Mars Red rusting experiment, day 1 and 2. On Saturday the 2nd of May 2020 at 5 p.m, I set up the investigation. I did 5 tubs which had 2 nails in and air, silica gel, cold salty water, water and oil, and cold water. After 15 hours I observed the 5 tubs. The first, which had nails and air, had no change, which was also the same with the nails and silica gel. The nails in the salt water was already rusting. The fourth, which was the nails with the oil water, was also rusting, but not as much as the salt water experiment. The fifth, which surprised me, was the hard water, as these nails had a little rust but not as much as the later 2. The cold hard water and the water with oil have condensation.
We have had some changes on day 3. In the air, there has been no changes. It is also the same with the silica gel, but in the salty water, we are starting to have a lot of rust. But in the oil and water, it is also having no change. But in the cold water, we are starting to have more rust than we did on day 2.
Day 6. In the air and silica gel there has been no change, for it has not oxidized. This means it has not rusted. But in the salty water there has been a lot of change, and it has been oxidized. But in the oil and water and the cold and hard water there has still been no change. Also, the salty water, oil and water and the cold hard water has evaporation, which produced condensation.
Day 9. So what is happening? The rust is actually iron oxide and forms when the iron in the nail reacts with the oxygen in the air or in the liquids. The molecules of the iron on the surface of the nails exchange atoms with the oxygen in the air and produce a new substance, the reddish brown ferrous oxide.
12. In the air and silica containers there has been no change. This proves that it's not just air and nails, but there has to be some other factor to cause rusting. The iron nails in the water, air and salt have rusted faster and greater than the iron nails in just the water and air. This means that it is the salt that has made the nails rust faster. The only continuing changes to my experiment on day 14 are to the iron nails in the air and water, and air, water and salt, due to the oxidization of the iron nails. As explained on day 9 regarding oxidization, free oxygen has reacted with the dissolved iron on the nails to form iron oxide, and iron oxide is rust. Mars appears red because the surface contains a large amount of rust or iron oxide. The iron oxide forms a rust dust-like on the nails in my experiment that floats in the atmosphere and sits as a dusty coating across much of Mars's landscape.